So when checking PDF proofs in a print environment, the best tool to use is Adobe Acrobat. Now you can use Adobe Acrobat Standard or Adobe Reader to preview your PDFs and just visually look at the files. But if you have the full version of Adobe Acrobat Professional, you can also automatically pre-flight the PDF to look for potential issues. Now one problem that occurs with all versions of Acrobat is that as Adobe ships it, they have the Overprint Preview turned off. And let's take a look to see what that means. We've got our InDesign document open here, and we've got two different elements on the page. We've got a yellow box overlapping or overprinting a blue circle, and where those two elements are meeting, we have a green shape. At the top of our page, we have a tan spot color box, and we have blue type going on top of that. Now when that gets put on press, that's going to need some trapping to account for misregistration on press to make sure that no white shows in between the blue type and the box underneath it. And normally when that trapping gets applied, it puts a small overprinting line on the element. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what happens in Adobe Acrobat after we've processed our PDF. Okay, so that doesn't look so good. If we zoom in on the bottom, you can see that our green element is missing. It looks just like our yellow box is overlapping and knocking out the blue circle in the background. And if we go up to the top a little bit and zoom in, you can see that our type is really broken up. If we go a little bit closer, you're going to see that it looks like there's a beige line going around the outside of all of the type. And that's the trapping that got applied to it. What's happening here is a display issue. Because Adobe Acrobat is shipping with Overprint Preview turned off, you're not accurately seeing how the inks overprint on press. So let's go ahead and go into our preferences and fix that. Go into Acrobat Preferences in General, and then go into the Page Display section, and right here we've got Use Overprint Preview. By default, that's only turned on for PDFX files. And we're going to go ahead and change that to Always Show Overprint Preview. That's really the best setting to have in a prepress or design environment. Now if we click on OK, things look much better. You can see that this matches pretty much with what we were seeing in InDesign. Our yellow box is now correctly overprinting that blue circle, and you're seeing the green shape where those inks are mixing. And up at the top, we can now read our type, and you can see that it looks much better. You get a little bit of an overlap on here if you zoom in really closely where you can see where the trapping is happening, and that's proper. That's the way that you'd want that. So changing this setting makes your files look much, much better, and you can now accurately see and proof how this job will print on press.